Welcome back to The Explainer. You know, when we think robot, a lot of us picture something stuck on a factory floor. Well, today, we're breaking out of that box. We're going to talk about the robots that move, the ones that roll, walk, fly, and even swim out in the real world. So let's get into it. So let me ask you, what kind of robot could actually explore a mountain? I mean, really think about it. The rocks, the steep climbs. Could your typical robot handle that? Okay, now flip that completely on its head. What about a robot that has to organize a giant warehouse? You know, a massive, flat, perfectly structured space. The robot built for the mountain, well, it's not going to be the one for the warehouse, right? No way. Exactly. And that right there is the key to understanding mobile robotics. It's the super cool field where everything, and I mean everything about a robot's design, comes down to the world it has to live and work in. So, what exactly is a mobile robot? Well, think about those robot arms you see on an assembly line, right? They're bolted to the floor. Mobile robots are the total opposite. They're designed to get out there and move through our world, which, as you know, is messy, unpredictable, and always changing. Their number one job? Just to get from point A to point B. All right, let's kick things off with the family you've probably seen the most, wheeled robots. When it comes to flat, smooth ground, these guys are the absolute kings. Yeah, you can pretty much picture them as the perfect warehouse workers. They're all about speed, efficiency, and just getting the job done in places that we've built to be predictable, you know, like factories, hospitals, or those massive fulfillment centers. But like with any design, there's a trade-off. The big win for wheels is that they're simple, super energy efficient, pretty easy to control. But the second you throw a curb at them, or some stairs, or even just a bumpy patch of grass, yeah, they're pretty much stuck. It's their kryptonite. And trust me, these things are everywhere once you start looking. You've got the older style, the AGVs. That stands for Automated Guided Vehicles, which literally just follow a painted or magnetic line on the floor. But now we've got the much smarter AMRs, or Autonomous Mobile Robots. These guys use AI and sensors to zip around a chaotic hospital all on their own. It's all about making our organized spaces run even smoother. Okay, so what happens when the ground isn't flat? What about all those places where wheels just won't work? Well, for that, you've got to take a page out of nature's book. You need legs. These are the true all-terrain explorers. We're talking robots inspired by dogs, by people, and they are literally designed to walk, climb, and step right over all the stuff that would stop a wheeled robot cold. And here's their big trade-off. Their ability to handle rough terrain is just second to none. But wow, trying to copy how animals or humans move, it is incredibly hard. These machines are super complex, and the software just to keep them from falling over, it's a total marvel of engineering. Because they're so complex, you usually find them doing the really important, really tough jobs. Think about those four-legged robots you've seen online, the dog robots, picking their way through a disaster site to find survivors. Or even bipedal, two-legged robots that could one day walk right up the stairs in your house. Basically, they go where nothing else with wheels can. All right, so legs give you agility to get over obstacles, but what if you just want to power through them? Well, for that, we have our next family, which is all about unstoppable brute force. We're talking about robots with tracks. Yup, these are the soldiers of the robot world. The image you should have in your head is a tank. They're built for one reason and one reason only, to just keep plowing ahead no matter what's under them. And it's all about that design. Those continuous tracks spread out their weight, giving them incredible traction and stability on nasty stuff like sand, mud, or deep snow. But they're gas guzzlers, in a sense, not very energy efficient, and they will absolutely destroy any delicate surface they drive on. So yeah, probably not something you want rolling across your hardwood floor. It's because they're so tough and reliable that they get the most dangerous jobs. They're the first choice for things like bomb disposal, for military scouting missions. Basically, anytime you need to send a robot into a dangerous place and you absolutely, positively cannot have it get stuck. So we've pretty much covered all the ways robots move on the ground. But what if the mission isn't on the ground at all? That takes us to our last two families, the ones that defy gravity and operate in the air and under the sea. Let's put them side by side. Up in the sky, you've got your aerial robots. We usually just call them drones. They give you this amazing bird's eye view, which is awesome for things like surveillance or even package delivery. Their biggest weakness? Battery life. They just can't stay up there forever. Then you plunge underwater. Here, you have aquatic robots, which come in two main flavors: AUVs, which are fully autonomous, and ROVs, which are tethered and controlled by a person. They're exploring shipwrecks or inspecting deep-sea pipelines, all while dealing with crushing water pressure and the massive challenge of sending signals through water. I mean, two completely different universes, each with its own insane engineering problems to solve. So now that we've looked at all five of these families, a really clear pattern starts to show up, doesn't it? The question is never, what's the best robot? It's always, what's the best robot for this specific job, in this specific place? And that really is the heart of it all. Every single robot design is a series of trade-offs. You might give up some energy efficiency to get that all-terrain capability, or you might sacrifice nimble agility for just raw, unstoppable power. It's the golden rule of robotics. Form has to follow function. So let's just recap, right? It's simple when you lay it all out. You got wheels for the flat, predictable warehouse, legs for the messy, unpredictable rescue mission, tracks for when you just can't afford to get stuck, like bomb disposal, aerial bots for the view from above, and aquatic bots for exploring the deep. 5 families, 5 worlds, 5 unique jobs to do. And all this leaves us with a really big question to chew on. Our world isn't standing still, right? Our cities are getting denser. We're trying to explore more extreme and remote places. So what are the robots of the future going to look like? Will we see totally new families of robots emerge to tackle these new challenges? It's pretty cool to think about. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.